8 things you must do before you leave the military. I wish that I had known all of these. Some of them I'd heard and I just didn't internalize. I thought that because I was financially free and successful and had built a little business outside of the military, transition would be smooth and none of the issues people talk about would happen to me. Boy, was I wrong. Please pay attention, because transitioning out of the military is harder than you think it's going to be. And the problem is, nobody who hasn't transitioned is still in the military. So you're getting guided by people who haven't done it to exit, and the people who have done it are gone to not guide you. So it's a whole show, and I'm here to help you out. Pay attention. Number 1 on the list is save money. And I know you're like, Dave, all the briefs from TRS and TAPS and all the things, they all talk about budget and save money and blah. Look, it's going to be more expensive than you think out there. You're not going to have the health insurance or the medical or the dental or the housing covered or the chow hall or the, like, if you do not budget to the end of the week, then you don't eat the rest of the week because you have no money and you probably racked up your credit card because you're an idiot buying a charger. So, look, just have like a realistic savings expectation. In a perfect world, you'd have 6 months at least, maybe even a year of funds so that you could transition and not have to worry about work and figure things out, and it'll buff and whatever. And then if you do get everything right, you can just invest all that into a syndication or a property and then live happily ever after. But most of us knuckleheads get out and we have like $5,000 and we're like, this is good. And then that's like 1, 2, maybe 3 months. And you're like, oh, then you take a job you don't like because you're hurried, and it's just not a good thing. So try to save for your exit ahead of time. Try to have a legitimate emergency fund. So ideally 6 months of your perceived expenses. If you're going to go live with family, or you're going to have roommates, or you're going to do something like that to cut costs, great, but just budget for the worst case scenario, because it's not going to go as smoothly as you think, and it is definitely better to have money and not need it than need money and not have it. Trust me, been there. Number 2, and now I sound like a freaking broken record, but have a plan. I know, again, TRS, TAPS, blah, 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 blah. Look, exiting the military is not the plan. That is a decision, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that decision. I'm not here to, like, I left at 13 years, no pension. You know, I was a Gunny select, like, I got it. You need to have some idea what you're going to be doing. If that's college and use the BAH and the GI Bill to figure things out, great. If that's starting a job, great. Ideally, you can start a job in the same kind of career field and have it right around when you're exiting, like you already have it lined up, so it's kind of a smooth transition, and it doesn't disrupt your eligibility for the VA loan because you show steady income and you're going into the same career field and all this other stuff. But that's usually doesn't pan out perfectly. So a lot of times you're leaving the military because you don't like what you do, which means you're going to go into a different job, which means you're either going to go to school, great, get a different kind of job, great, or you're going to flounder for a while you figure it out. And that's the part where this is just bad, right? So do not play the, like, fuck it, I'll figure it out, flounder game if you don't have to. Like, if you know that you're getting out of the military, spend that last 6 months to a year focusing on how you can make that transition smooth, coming up with a plan, finding something you are passionate about that you would like to do. Ideally, you could do a SkillBridge internship with somebody doing what you want to do so that you can learn it and already have experience at that job and then get a job offer to continue doing it after the fact, which is great. But just whatever that plan is, sit down, like, spend a day or a weekend, pen, paper, off-grid, sit and think about what you want out of life and build a plan that helps you get there. So think, like, where do I want to be in 5 years? Great. How do I get there? What steps do I need to do? What can I do right now? What can I use TA for, tuition assistance? What can I use the US MAPS program for, which is the military apprenticeship program? Like, how can I set myself up for success to achieve that in 5 years without, like, just hoping it works? Like, just take a day or two, pen, paper, if you have to take leave, whatever, like, get away from the world and just think. There is so much more power in thinking and planning than people imagine, and just take the time and do it. Number 3, spend time figuring out who you are. Not Dave the Marine. You know, if people ask who you are, like, take away the I'm a Marine, I do motor T, you know, I whatever. Even take away the like the fatherhood part or the husband part. Like, take away all those externally imposed identities. Sit down and figure out who the are you. Like, that is a harder question than you think. It really is. Like, what do you like to do? What are your hobbies? Did you lose them all while you were in the military? Do you still have them? What are they? What fires you up? What ignites your passion? What would you do if money was no object? What would you do all day? Like, what would your perfect day look like? And if your perfect day is sitting on a couch, smoking weed, eating Cheetos, doing nothing, I don't know, maybe like ignore that part and find something that could potentially bring you some kind of revenue. And it doesn't even need to be a money decision. Just who are you? What do you enjoy? Is it sports? Is it hobbies? Is it activities? Is it cars? Is it, you know, you're passionate about solving this problem in the world? Like, whatever that is, figure out your identity, who you are. You need to know that. Because I'll tell you, that and the next thing we're going to talk about are the two reasons that veterans actually struggle with mental health when they get out. Now, I mean, there are a lot of other factors, but those are the two biggest. Which leads us into number 4, which is having a purpose. Honestly, I would take a weekend, and I would, like, when I was in California, I did this several times, go to Idlewild. That's where I was. It's like this little podunk town in the mountains, very peaceful. I even rented a cabin that had no internet, no TV, and it was amazing. It was like a 1900s pine cabin in the mountains. I could walk to town to get food, and then I'd go on a hike one day. Like, I'd sit there and read half the day, think all evening, go on a hike the next day, think all evening, and I was alone, and it was peaceful, and it was amazing. It was even better when it was like the winter time, and there was like snow on the ground. And anyway, you should think through your plan, your identity, and then finally purpose. Like, what do you want your purpose to be in life? Because it's easy when you're in the service. Like, I'm serving our country. That's an incredibly powerful purpose. I'm helping others. I'm serving. I'm providing freedom. I'm a Marine. I'm making. There is no doubt that you're making a difference, right? It's like the quote that's attributed to Ronald Reagan. Some people spend an entire lifetime wondering if they made a difference in the world. Marines don't have that problem. That goes for all branches of the military. I was Marine, so, you know, like, you have a purpose right now. It's gonna go away. Like it is, the moment you're out, gone. Like, that purpose is no longer. Sorry. So you got to find another purpose. So you need to figure out who you are, like who the hell you really are. Have a plan, your identity, purpose, those things. Because your mental health is going to be your biggest struggle that first year you're out. And so you need to sit down, pen, paper. I say pen, paper, like, if you have to use a laptop or Google Keep on your phone or whatever, great. But I'm telling you, pen, paper, so powerful. Disconnect from the world and just think. And this should not be, like, do not be sitting there and thinking about the, like, was that possible? Can I achieve that? Am I capable of that? Like, don't limit yourself with all that. Just, in a perfect world where anything is possible, what do you want? Who are you? What purpose do you want to serve or create or drive, strive to fix, whatever that is? And when I say this, like, the Vice President-elect, J.D. Vance, was a freaking combat camera enlisted Marine in Fallujah. Honestly, he might have been an officer. I don't even know. I think he was enlisted. You're telling me that kid was sitting there driving around on the side of a Humvee, 20 years old, trying not to get blown up, watching people die, dealing with whatever comes with being a freaking Marine, like young Marine in Fallujah, and he was like, I want to be the vice president one day. Like, if he sat down and said that out loud, do you think there wouldn't be some kind of doubt in his mind that it might come true? Who cares? Ignore that. What do you want? It's possible. He just did it. And boy, did he sound good on a stage. Like, the man can speak. The man can do whatever. Like, that is figure out what you want. Don't limit yourself by what you think you can or can't achieve. Just, what do you want? Number 5, if you can, like, if you're going to be living in or around the area that you're stationed, use the VA loan 1 year prior to your exit. That way, you still have a year of income shown so you can qualify for it. Because if you do it now, you can buy that house. And if you wait till 3 months out and you don't have a job lined up, you can't. Like, you won't have income to show. So it is a way harder battle to fight. You're going to have to wait till you have disability. BH from the GI Bill doesn't cover it. So if you're going to school, you're screwed. Like, unless your disability, like you live somewhere where your disability is enough to buy the place, which is not a whole lot of places. Like, if you're going to be staying in that area, try to use the VA loan a year out. If you're not going to be staying in that area, you might not be able to use the VA loan just yet, but like try to set yourself up income-wise for the future. Talk to a lender. We've got lenders I can introduce you to. Talk to a lender and see how you could set yourself up so that you can use that benefit, because it's an incredible benefit. And I've got tons of videos on why that benefit's amazing and house hacking and everything. I'm even doing a webinar tonight. I'm not going to like digress and go way down that rabbit hole, but just know having your housing covered, especially if you buy like a fourplex, so you live in one unit, rent out the other 3, and it pays for itself, and you don't have to pay for housing, is a huge way to set yourself up for success. Number 6, set yourself up with a community of like-minded people. So like if you're staying in the area that you were that you were stationed, then start building that community now. If you are going back home, start following up and touching base with people that you knew back home. You know, even if that's just, hey man, I appreciate you. Hey, long time, I'm gonna be home. Thinking of you, what's new? You know, like it's not hard to just stay in touch or rekindle old relationships and old people you know. Like that's easy. You just gotta put in a little effort and just be intentional about messaging them, reaching out, calling them, talking to them, whatever. So that when you get back, you've got people to hang out with. If you're going somewhere completely new, like I moved to Springfield, Missouri. The only connection I had to this place is I had been a recruiter, so I know high school principals and you know people that I'm never really gonna like associate with, ROTC leaders, whatever. And I know my now ex-wife's family. Not a huge community to roll back to. There's not a huge military presence here, at least not a huge Marine Corps presence. Fort Leonard Wood's like 90 minutes away. You know, there's some National Guard. The point being, like, I did not have a huge military community here. I didn't have much of a community at all. And when the marriage failed, like, boy, was I in a bad spot emotionally, like mentally. Start focusing on building that community. So in that scenario, like, who has similar interests? Who has, like, find maybe like there's a local rugby team here. I went to some practices. You know, I have some friends in real estate here. I started hanging out with them more. Find people to go to the brewery with or whatever and celebrate the Marine Corps birthday. Like, whatever it is, just find a hub, find some people that you can connect with and hang out with, and then be intentional about hanging out with them. Like, get around people. Build that community. Like, you need to be around people, especially during that transition. It's not going to be fun, especially if you can find vets who, like, understand your experience. Great move. 6, it's going to be harder than you think. It is. Transitioning out of the military, it's like you're losing a huge part of who you are, a huge friend group that you talk to all the time, and no matter what service branch you're in or how much you hate it, you've got people in the military. Like everybody says, like the people are what they miss. So you're gonna miss people. You're gonna miss stuff. It is what it is. Like, surround yourself with people now. Have a savings account. Figure out who you are. Figure out what you want out of life, and start working towards that new goal. Like having a goalpost and a vision will set you up for success in a way that, like, that's the most you can do to prepare yourself. Have something else to take your mind off whatever you're going through and be focused on this. So, all right, number 8, there will be a dark time. There is for almost everybody. Know that. Just like I said, it's gonna be harder than you think. Write this down somewhere where you can see it in times when you need it. And that is basically go the outside. Like, I wrote down, grab a friend, go for a walk outside. Nature equals medicine, identity and purpose equals life. That's it. That really is. Like, it's gonna suck. At some point, it's gonna suck. So when it sucks, grab a friend and go outside. Go for a walk. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's sunny. I don't care if it's freaking snowing. Like, go outside. Go for a walk. Get in nature. Spend time in nature. I promise you, as corny as that sounds, it will help. The sun will help even more. If you're like me and you have an office that has no windows and says start whatever, like, go to windows. Get around the sun. It will dramatically improve your mood. Like, the sun, vitamin D, huge. So, like, take some vitamin D pills, freaking go outside, hang out with people. And then if you have that identity and that purpose, it'll make life a lot easier. If you don't, that's probably why you're feeling this void. Spend time focusing on that. Who am I? What do I want to do? What do I like to do? Who is Dave? What is my purpose? Like, that was the hardest part of this whole transition. Now I know, right? Like, I'm Dave. I help service members and veterans achieve financial freedom through the Military Millionaire platform. We have a mastermind group, a community of 400 service members and vets serious about achieving those goals that I host 2 to 3 live events a year with. We did one in Keystone, snowboarding trip this winter. We did one in San Diego. We even had a night on a yacht. We bonded. It's all these service members and vets who come together and they're like, this is the first time I've been able to be myself since I left the service. That's huge. I created a community of people that are like-minded, that I want to be around. I'm not saying that's what you need to do. That's been huge for me. Being able to help service members, vets is rewarding, fulfilling. Yeah, it pays the bills, but it's rewarding. It's helpful. I have that community. I built a community that I love to be involved in. So, like, that's all great. But then outside of that, right, like, yeah, I'm a father. I'm a friend. I'm the funny guy. I'm the dude who says the shit you shouldn't say out loud. Like, that's me. It is what it is. Take it or leave it. Like, probably gotten myself shadow banned on TikTok a couple times, and Instagram, and whatever. I've even had people reach out to me and tell me, like, man, that post was inappropriate. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Like, you're right. I thought it was funny, so it went out. Like, I'm that guy. I am the guy that gets the title of that guy in a lot of scenarios. And that's okay. I enjoy being that goofball. It's fun. I'm the adventure guy. I'm the guy who's becoming known as jumping off at lakes, or off the house at an Airbnb into the pool, or, like, just stupid crap. That's me. Why would I hide it? Like, be yourself. Figure that out. Figure out who you are. Just spend that time. Figure that out. Leaving the military is harder than you think it's going to be. Spend time ahead of time preparing. And I don't mean going to TRS and TAPS. I mean figuring out who you are. Figuring out your purpose, your identity. What do you want out of life? It's all possible. The world's your oyster. As long as you don't play victim, it'll happen. Surround yourself with people who are doing the same things. Educate yourself. Work, work, work. Push, push, push. You will achieve your goals. You will. You will achieve your goals. It is crazy to look back and realize how much of the stuff I wished had happened has. Hope this helps. It's hard to make a video about this because everyone's experience is different and it's not going to be easy. But hope this helps. Please comment down below, share, subscribe, whatever, all the things if you got something out of this, so that I can get in front of more veterans to help them before it's too late. This isn't some 22 a day push-up. This is like how to avoid getting to that place. Let's spend more time working on setting ourselves up to never be in that situation than what do we do once we're in that situation. That's ugly. This is fun. Create the life you want and go get it. Semper Fi.